London Real, sponsored by Bulletproof Coffee.
We're taught so young to, like you said, get those protein powders and get that grams for this and grams for that. And you reject a lot of that. You're just like, look, this has got to be real food coming out of the earth. I was eating rice cakes the other day because I thought I was doing it right. And then I heard on your podcast, you're like, I don't like processing. You don't like any of that stuff.
I don't. I don't like it. I have, general disdain for it. There's certain times or certain foods that are processed. People say, well, Dolce, the oat brand that you talk about is processed. Very, 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 very minimally, and we're talking about organic oats, and the only ingredient is oats. So if you do buy anything that's in a package that didn't come directly from the ground, farm to table, if it didn't come directly that way, we'll grab the package, turn it around, and sometimes this reason is because of geographic location. Where you are, right here in London, you might not have access to high quality, raw, fresh, organic foods. So you might have to get it that has been, packaged or processed to some degree. Once you get that package, flip it around. I don't care about the macronutrients, the protein, the carb, the fats. I never pay attention to that stuff. I go straight to the ingredients. What's the ingredients in my oat brand? Well, it's oats. And that's it. And I can eat that. That's not a problem. So yes, that has been processed very minimally. So where I really want people to pay attention to is the chemicals. It's all the additives that have been put in to that food product. I was doing a Johnny Hendricks last training camp for George St. Pierre. We're driving in his truck. We're heading from his home in Dallas, Texas, to Stillwater, Oklahoma, to train at OSU, John Smith's world famous collegiate national champion wrestling team, where Johnny is training, and we're driving, and one of Johnny's training partners he's like, hey, Dolce, you want some of these almonds? These are good, right? And it's like these honey smoked almonds. And I was like, well, I got this bag of raw cashews right here, so I'm fine. He's like, oh man, these taste delicious. I said, well, what's in that? He's like, almonds. I said, no, we'll flip it around and read the ingredients. 12 different ingredients, only one of which was almonds. Everything else were chemicals in there. So now you tell me, is that good? Is that healthy? Do you want to pollute your body with that? What do those things do? It's like, oh, I have no idea. How the hell are you going to consume that, though? Why are you going to eat that? I mean, it's all chemicals. It's polluting the body. It's altering our genetic code, and it's causing, at the very least, it's causing a digestive disruption that's going to disallow our body from absorbing the nutrients that it should be. And now there's going to be a competition going on inside of our body to determine what does it truly need, what it doesn't need to process and get rid of. And then we talk about the toxicity and the pollution of what these ingredients are actually doing. And then what is that going to do to us for the next 5 years, 20 years, 50 years? What's that going to do to our offspring? Just the general constant contamination of products such as that. Subway in the United States is going through a similar issue where one of the ingredients in their, quote, eat fresh, food brand is an ingredient that's actually part of the rubberized material inside yoga mats. Well, that's what Subway is feeding us under the marketing genius of Eat Fresh. Eat Fresh yoga mats. That's Subway's their new ploy, right?
Right. So a lot of these brands are a ruse, right? A lot of times it'll say, low in fat, and then you look at it and it's filled with sugar. Yep. Or you'll see. Are you one of these guys that says if you read the ingredients on the back and you can't pronounce them or recognize them, then stay away from it?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. I said if a 4-year-old cannot say the ingredient or cannot identify what that ingredient is, well, that 4-year-old is smart enough to be your nutrition or dietitian and should be telling you don't eat that stuff. If you don't know what it is, if you can't pronounce it, if it's some chemical term or name, get it out of there. If the only thing that's in there, it's a real whole food source, that's all you should be eating. That's all we're supposed to be eating.
Gotcha. And there's also a lot of sugars hiding in places like that. I'm guessing those honey-covered almonds had glucose and sucrose hidden in there somewhere.
It had all sorts of garbage in there. Sucralose and aspartame and acylfame K. I'm saying that a little bit wrong right now. Any sort of artificial sweetener is poison. It is toxic. It will kill you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in time, it is going to degrade and take away your health.